What's up? So, it's been a while since I've done a UFC prediction video. I pretty much quit after I picked Askren to beat Masvidal. There you go, Bence. And yeah, I figured with the UFC coming to my hometown of Melbourne, Australia this coming weekend, I should probably give my 2 cents on some of the fights. I'm only going to talk about 3 fights that are on the main card, so let's do this. Alright, before I start, I just want to give a quick apology for my last Simple MMA Talk video where I talked about Zhang Weili becoming the first Asian UFC champion. I gave a lot of incorrect info on that. I don't research for these videos, I literally just press record and start talking, and in that video, off the top of my head, I basically said that the Korean Zombie was the only Asian fighter I can remember getting a title shot, which was totally incorrect. Half an hour after I posted the video, my Muay Thai brother, Lockie, messaged me and was like, what about Yushin Okami and Horiguchi and stuff like that? I was like, oh, whoops. How did I forget Horiguchi? Like Okami, I can, people forgot about him. But Horiguchi is a legit fighter. And in fact, he's one of the best fighters, I think, in the smaller weight classes. So yeah, apologies for that. But hey, like I said, I just go off the top of my head. I just talk about this crap. So the first fight I'm going to talk about is the first fight on the main card, I believe it is, which is the rematch between Holm and Raquel Pennington. The first time these two ladies fought, it went to a split decision. So Holm, obviously most well known for her head kick knockout of Ronda Rousey, which won me lots of money. And Raquel Pennington may be most well known for the absolute beating she took from Amanda Nunes. Now Holm obviously has achieved a lot more in her MMA career than Raquel Pennington has, but the first time these two fought, it was not an easy fight for Holm. In fact, it might have been her debut in the UFC. Again, I didn't look this stuff up. I think it might have been her debut. Now, before Holm came to the UFC, I did a lot of research on her. I actually watched a lot of her fights pre-UFC, and I noticed the pattern. She basically would pick her opponents apart, and then late in the fight, whether it be the third round or the championship rounds, head kick, see you later. Which is actually why I picked her to beat Ronda Rousey. I was telling people she's going to beat Ronda Rousey with a head kick. I just didn't think it'd be so early in the fight. I thought it was going to come later in the fight. So in this rematch against Pennington, look, to be honest, I don't think either fighter has really changed. Holm really still depends on her, kind of point fighting in some sense. Raquel Pennington really depends on her toughness, I think. So for me, it's going to be an easy pick. I think Holm's going to do it in more convincing fashion this time. She really needs to win. Like, ever since her upset over Ronda Rousey, she hasn't really had a great run, but she's fought a lot higher caliber fighters. Raquel Pennington, again, I feel like she gets by on toughness. Not saying she's not good, she's very good. But yeah, I just feel like Holm is a better overall fighter, and I think Holm is going to do this one by decision again. I don't think she's going to be able to finish Pennington. I think Holm by decision, but it's not going to be split this time, I don't believe. Alright, next fight, it's going to be the co-main event, I think it is, which is Iaquinta versus Daniel Hooker. Both fighters, I'm actually a fan of both fighters actually. Iaquinta more so for his character and his antics rather than his fighting skills. Not saying he's not good. Hey, the guy went the distance with Khabib, so you got to give Iaquinta props. Daniel Hooker has looked amazing recently. His last fight, I think it was against James Vick, knocked Vick out viciously. Daniel Hooker obviously is very, very talented striker, but he's also got good submissions. He's got very good chokes. Iaquinta, good boxing, but again, I feel like his ground game is where he really shines. So this fight could go either way, really, but I'm gonna have to lean towards Hooker. I think it stays on the feet. Hooker really has his number, and I think Hooker could actually beat Iaquinta by submission too. Obviously, Iaquinta has lost by submission before. He got choked out by Michael Chiesa. I think that was in the Ultimate Fighter finale, possibly. But yeah, Hooker, I think, has his number on the feet, and on the ground as well. I think Hooker's going to have enough to be too much for Iaquinta. Iaquinta is ranked quite highly at the moment, so if Hooker wins this, it's going to be a big deal for him. He's going to be right up there in the rankings at lightweight. He previously fought at featherweight, I'm pretty sure. And of course, Hooker's buddy, Adesanya, is on the main event, so it's going to be a big deal if they can both get the win. But yeah, I'm going with Daniel Hooker on this one. I'm going to go with a knockout. Iaquinta, I don't think is easy to knock out, but I'm going to go with a knockout for Hooker. This fight, Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker, is an amazing fight. Both Kiwis kind of, but Whittaker's really been adopted. He's more of an Aussie really. Adesanya obviously representing that Kiwi pride. But Whittaker, I feel like he's, like the Aussies, we've taken him. He's ours, right? Yeah, I feel like I don't give Whittaker enough props. In fact, I always pick against the guy, and he just always proves me wrong. Adesanya, on the other hand, has impressed me from the get-go. He's amazing. I actually did see him fight before he came to the UFC. I remember, I think he fought in Melbourne Gillard, and I just watched him beat the crap out of Gillard. Look, Gillard's way past his prime. So yeah, it's not like a big deal, but obviously I remember seeing that. And I remember Adesanya's debut in the UFC. I can't remember the name of the guy he fought, but I was impressed. The way he just escapes and scrambles out of takedown attempts, and the way he gets back up, he does some stuff that no one does. And obviously on the feet, he's very, very accomplished as a kickboxer. So yeah, like, I want Whittaker to win. Like, I like Whittaker more as a fighter. Adesanya is, like, he's flashy, he's got this charisma about him, but he's starting to, like, his cockiness is starting to rub me the wrong way a little bit. Again, respect for the guy. There's guys who are cocky that you just hate for that, and there's other guys who are cocky, but for some reason I don't know why you accept it because of the way they fight. His last fight, I did not expect him to beat Gastelum. It turned out to be possibly the fight of the year, fight of the century maybe, and he really showed that he has what it takes to overcome adversity and beat a solid guy like Gastelum. In fact, when Gastelum was originally meant to fight Whittaker, I had Gastelum picked over Whittaker. So yeah, look, for me, I'm going with Adesanya on this one. I just, it's hard to shake off. The last time Whittaker lost, I believe, was when he fought Wonderboy Thompson at welterweight. I just feel like if Whittaker stays on the feet like he likes to, he's just, I feel like he's going to get knocked out. He's been hurt quite a few times. He got hurt by Derek Brunson. He's been rocked by Romero. He's actually been rocked a lot of times in the fights that he's won, though. So he can overcome adversity. But Adesanya, I don't know. I just feel like his striking is just a little bit better than Whittaker. And if it stays on the feet, I feel like it's going to be Whittaker all day. Sorry, Adesanya all day. But look, don't be surprised. I feel like Whittaker is going to try to go for takedowns. I mean, the guy's wrestling is solid, especially for an Aussie. We don't have wrestling backgrounds down here in Australia, but his takedown defense is one of the best in the entire UFC organization. And he also, I believe, was going to wrestle for Australia in the Olympics, but they didn't let him. So yeah, his wrestling is solid. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Whittaker become a wrestler in this fight. And if he can do that, that actually improves his chance on the feet too, because he it'll keep Adesanya guessing. Look, I'm not saying Whittaker can't knock Adesanya out. He absolutely can. Whittaker has amazing knockout power. He's proved that. And like I said, I feel really bad picking against Whittaker in this fight because I just keep picking against Whittaker and he keeps proving me wrong. But just, I can't help but feel like Adesanya, if it stays on the feet, is going to get the better of Whittaker. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited for this fight. I can't wait. I'm rooting for Bobby Knuckles, but yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to pick Adesanya. Like, hopefully Bobby Knuckles proves me wrong. I don't care if I get these predictions right. I mean, look at my crappy MMA record at these prediction videos. But yeah, that's my picks for UFC 243 in Melbourne, Australia. If you clicked on this video and it's the first time seeing this, you probably won't like my channel. I make videos about comic books and toys and nerd stuff, which I'm very new to, but I've been an MMA fan for a long time, so I do make videos about MMA and UFC, mostly predictions. Moving forward, I would like to really do more videos just talking about general MMA topics. So yeah, look, if you're one of them guys who is a nerd who also trains jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or something like that, like, you might like my channel, because yeah, I make stuff mostly about nerd stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel if you think you might like my other content. If you hated this video and you hate me, sure, troll me up, give me some hate, I don't care. Anyway, till next time guys, keep it simple.